today we are in a Countersteer motoring car. Countersteer Motoring is located in Canton, Georgia. It's a little bit north of Atlanta, and they build some really sick drift cars. Countersteer might as well be called the 240sx heaven. Drifting is in their blood. You walk into their shop, it's nothing but 240s and Nissans, and some are with 2Js, some are with RB, some are SR, anything you can think of, VQ, and they know how to have fun too. Oh yeah. So this S14 was originally a Zinky front, and now it's a Kooky, or however you want to say it. Go ahead and criticize me all you want. It has a bone stock SR internally and a KA trans. Crazy loud blow-off valve. And this S14 is made for one thing. It's made for sliding. It's low. You can hear the welded diff when you take a U-turn. This thing is completely dumped. It has a nice set of wheels, nice color contrast between the chrome, and the paint job on this is actually a Ford OEM color from the Mustang. And I think it fits the character of the car. A good teal turquoise color on S14, can't go wrong. We also have this zebra headliner, which is just nice and soft and furry. Just so great to touch. Got our hydraulic e-brake right in front of me. On the gauges itself, it says, don't crash. Gotta keep that in mind when you're driving it. Got our AFRs right here, easy to see. No pillar pods or anything. Nice and clean dash. No cracks in the dash. Full interior right here. And it's funny, the owner of this car, he used to go drifting all the time. He was like, this is my jam. I gotta drift everywhere. I'll drive 3 hours. I don't care. But then, he did the kit and the paint and the body, and he was like, oh no, maybe I kind of screwed myself over by doing that, because now my car is pretty and I'm scared to hurt it. I feel that though, because I'm the same way with my S13. I don't want to drift my S13 because of that. S14, whether it's Zinky or Kooky, it's just a good looking side profile car. It's beautiful. It's funny, the first 240sx I ever drove was an S14 with an SR on it, but it had kind of wiring issues. It would cut off on me. But then when I drive an SR that's done right, like this one, it's just fun. It's smooth. It makes all the right sounds. It's what you think of when you think 240sx. We also have Origin over fenders on the sides to give you more clearance for the wheels and tires. The back of it's wingless, it's super clean, got a nice booty. Just like the S13 USDM taillights, I absolutely hate them. You have to have the JDM ones or LEDs in my opinion. It just cleans up the car so much. I just love the 240sx culture when it's done right, like this one. He still has the stickers on the windows. He still has all this silly stuff. He even has the spiked lug nuts. But it's all in good character. It's all in good heart. He didn't cut corners. He didn't just throw the wiring everywhere. He did everything right. And he kept it safe. This car potentially could have a lot of safety concerns because you could have just thrown an SR in there and have the wires sticking everywhere. That's typically what you see in a lot of 240s. People take the 240 and they just make it work. They don't make it work in a way that lasts longer and keeps them safe. That's really rare in the 240 community. So when you do drive a car that's so well put together, you forget what the car even feels like. You forget that when you do it right, it feels like a really solid car that handles amazing and slides around. You don't have to be a missile car to enjoy drifting. And I think that's kind of lost right now in the 240 community. With how low the car is and the alignment, it just darts back and forth with every bump that I hit. You just have to keep that in mind when I get on it too. You might not be able to tell, but I kind of have a booster seat going on. I couldn't drive this car without some kind of blanket under me. So much like the Cooler Works S13, I had to, have a booster seat because Short David is short. If there's ever such thing as just a tasteful S14 while also admiring the drift culture, this car meets perfectly in the middle. It's not unnecessarily gutted. It still has the door panels, it still has a dash, has a nice Pioneer sound system in it and head unit. But we also have the hydraulic e-brake right here, so if you want to do mad skids, you can go do mad skids. Sitting on Fortunato coilovers, which are some of my favorite coilovers out there. Shout out to them. And it rides super smooth. Even with how low we are, it's still riding incredibly smooth. Awesome. The blow-off valve is just like the most charming thing in the world. It's like Mickey Mouse snoring. More like SpongeBob. I can't decide. This Bright seat though, although with my booster seat, kind of changes it, but it's still a very comfortable race. You can definitely do a long drive in this and it wouldn't be too bad. But they have the common courtesy of keeping the stock seat and the passenger seat. But no back seat, it's gone now. So if you need to pick up your friends from the airport, this is not the car for you. But as you see here, I'm just sitting in traffic. It's really not all that loud. It's not like some open downpipe car. The exhaust in this car sounds really good, and it has almost no drone, at least at lower speeds. And yeah, it's all around just fine. A lot of the times you drive these 240s and it's just like an exhaust halfway down the car or a fender exit. This is no insult to my friend Avery, but this is Avery's car if it was done with care and time. So Avery, if you're watching, this could be you. Basically, he spray painted his car and it's all ready and even caught fire a few times. This is if you put the really, really long time and love and money into it. It reminds me a lot of that car because of the SR and everything else. There's always going to be the debate between SR and KA, which one you should use. And I'm actually a KA fanboy. A lot of people are going to be shocked by that, but when I drove an S14 Kooky with a built motor, I was like, oh my god, this KA rips. It was 330 horse and 330 torque. SR is a little bit different. It has a little bit more lag, and you wait for it to come on. So it's always just a preference thing. If you want the dramatic turbo, you get the SR. If you want the hard-hitting torque monster, you get a built KA, in my opinion. This car also has a welded diff, so you have to be pretty careful when you take corners and also make U-turns, because you get the notorious welded diff chatter of da 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 da. So yeah, there's that. Awesome. So with that thought, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna show what a 240sx, when done right and prep for drifting, does. He knows how to party.